Hello everybody, this is AAU Triton, and we're doing another Cooking with Triton special. Tonight, we're going to make something almost similar to what we did the other day with the beef stew, but tonight we are going to be making a pot roast. So this is the 2.5 pound pot roast. I personally would have gotten a bigger one, but they do the shopping, so I'm stuck with what they buy. So we're going to go ahead and work on the pot roast. What we're first going to do is we're going to get a decent sized bowl. We're going to open our pot roast. And we're just going to put our pot roast in the bowl for right now. Throw this wrapper out. Alright, so now with the pot roast, we're going to open the closet and everything fall out on me. I'm going to grab some flour. Alright, so we got the pot roast and we just got some all-purpose flour. And I'm just going to coat this pot roast with flour. Actually, that might be enough. Right there. Yep. Alright, so we got a nice coating of flour. Nice on both sides. So that's the flour part. Let me rinse my hands. I don't usually cook with salt, but I'm going to just put a little bit out here. Not much, not much at all for the salt. But then we're going to get some other good stuff. Alright, and for our other spices we're going to be using, let me put this flour away. Alright, I got two different seasonings here from the company called Tastefully Simple. Let me see if I can show you that better. So, Tastefully Simple, we're going to use some Italian garlic seasoning. And again, from Tastefully Simple, which you can find online. My cousin actually sells this stuff, so I usually get it for her. But you can find them online. We're going to use seasoned pepper too. So we're going to just put some of this on. Whoops. That kind of came out a lot. That came out a little too much, but that's alright. So did that one. I'm going to just spread that around a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to put the seasoning on the other side when we do the next part. Alright? So what we're going to do with this pot roast now is we're going to, what's the word? So what we're going to do with this pot roast now is we're going to sear it to lock in the flavor when we put it into the crock pot. So when we will now go into the stove, by the stove I mean, we're not climbing in the stove. We'll go by the stove and we'll sear this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get our pan ready. This is a cast iron frying pan. I actually have not ever used this yet. My father-in-law bought it for me. So I have to remember when I go to grab this frying pan, I got to use a pot holder. I'm not used to cooking with cast iron. So we're going to put a nice coating of oil, just a little bit of oil, but just enough to cover the bottom. Okay, so now that we got our oil in the pan, all right, and if you didn't notice, let me see if I can show you. just in case, I do have a fire extinguisher handy right there. And that is a multi-use fire extinguisher. Works on oil or water, so I should be safe. So I'm going to just try to lock this camera back down. Alright, and we want to put this on medium to medium high heat. So we're going to put it, I'm putting mine on, let's see, about 6.5 on my stove. My stove ranges from what, low to 10. So I have it on about 6.5. And we're going to just let that heat up. I also have the cover. God forbid there is a fire, I can smother it out. Let's hope there's not. We also have our pot roast and the spices we're going to need to put on the other side. Let's see if I can do this a little bit so you guys can see. And if you didn't notice, I'm wearing my nice Mickey Mouse apron to cook. Although I do have my regular clothes on under my apron, so I'm not wearing just the apron, but I wanted to show you my Mickey Mouse apron. Just to make my friend that watches the stream, Mikey G, jealous. I have an apron too. So we're going to focus back on the pot now. Alright, so hopefully our oil is hot enough now. Feels pretty hot, just doing the hand test. Now when we put the pot roast in the pan, it should start to sizzle immediately. So let's hope so. Oh yeah, I think it's going to. And I just, luckily, alright. And now we're going to simmer this for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. In order to turn it, I do have a pair of tongs. So, set timer for 4 minutes.
4 minutes, counting down.
Because we just want to sear the meat so it keeps the juices in. But you can hear that sizzling. I almost always want to go touch this handle, and I have to remember this is cast iron. If I touch that handle now, I'm burning my hand. And I tell you, when you're watching the clock on something, the time takes forever. I'm gonna see if I can move you guys a little closer. I don't want my phone too close to this oil. There you go. That might be a little better view for you guys. Oh, that already smells good. Just braising, searing it on that one side with the. Oh, that reminds me. So this is what I was waiting for because I didn't want all the spices to come off on the other side. So I waited to do this. So now I'm going to put the spices on this side. Again, this is the seasoned black pepper and the Italian garlic seasoning. Be careful because the grease is splattering. Alright, so we got the spices on that side for when we're able to flip it. We got about another minute to go on this side. But I wish you guys could smell this. This smells delicious. I'd really like to know, if you guys have a slow cooker at home. I know I've asked this on a couple of my other cooking shows. What are some of the good recipes you guys make? Okay, so that's been 4 minutes, so we're going to try and turn this. Going to grab this here, and we're going to try to turn this without burning myself. Oh, yep, that is definitely seared. Alright, now we're going to sear the other side. And that's going to be for 4 minutes as well. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought there, so yes. What are some of the meals that you guys cook in your slow cooker? If you could comment down below, maybe we could exchange recipes. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are turned on so you know when I go do a premiere like this, or if I go live. I do go live playing, doing some virtual reality stuff. In fact, I'm going live this Thursday, January, let's see, what's today's date? Today is the 25th. January 27th, Thursday, January 27th, I'll be going live, taking you all to Walt Disney World in virtual reality where we don't even have to leave our house. It should be a blast. So make sure that notification bell is on. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on this video if you like it, or thought it was interesting, or just to be nice, please. That really would help me with YouTube. So those of us that know about a little bit of oil, there's more than a little bit of oil in this pan. But you could see how that meat is charred, seared on the top. That's what we're doing to the bottom to sear in those spices and the flavor of the meat. This will be I will be premiering this obviously tonight, but you won't know I'm saying that until you see the premiere. But if you missed the premiere and you're watching this video after I premiere it tonight, again, give it a thumbs up and let me know some of your favorite things to cook in a slow cooker. I haven't tried any yet, but I know there's a lot of desserts you can make in a slow cooker. I saw one recipe for cinnamon buns. It looked so delicious. I gotta try that one. Alright, we got about a minute left. So I didn't need the cover because we didn't have a fire. I still need the pot holder. So I have a plate here that I'm going to transfer that to when it's done. Oh, but this smells so good. There is a possibility that, which I'm glad it hasn't done it yet. When you're searing the meat, especially in the house, you see all the smoke coming off of it. It's very likely you might set off your smoke detectors. Okay, we are now at 4 minutes. I'm going to turn that burner off. Grab my pot holder again, so I can grab this handle. And I'm going to try to take this meat out and put it on the plate. Alright, so as you can see, we have our charred pot roast. And we're going to put that into the slow cooker. Pardon me if I'm coughing, but because of searing the meat, there's a lot of smoke in the house. I suggest you maybe open a window when you do this. So we're just going to put our pot roast in. Alright, so Now we're going to get our vegetables ready. I do have a cutting mat. Again. And my what? Excuse me. My wife did find the vegetable peeler finally. Alright, so I'm going to use some of the leftover carrots and celery we had from when we made the beef stew. Because I have it, so I might as well use it. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to chop this up. Now, when I did my beef stew video, I made some shout outs to some of the channels that I watch that I feel you guys might like. And the audio on that video was not very good, so I'm going to do them again. So, I'm going to start off with a person's channel that's named On The Go with CeeLo. He does video game streaming. He does, when he goes to, he takes quite a few trips to Disney. When he's in Disney, he does live streams from Disney. He does live streams in and around in Tennessee where he lives. So his channel is very well rounded. Make sure you check out the description down below for any of these channels that I'm mentioning. They will all be listed there. The next channel I'd like to shout out is somebody from Canada. Does a great job. He usually streams at least twice a week, sometimes more. He streams when the Canada Maple Leafs are playing, as well as other hockey teams. He'll call the game as you're streaming. Both of those channels have a live in-chat games that you can play that are free. It's like some gambling, but it's free and it doesn't cost you anything. He also does what he calls retro nights. Very interesting to go back in time and discuss different things. We've done retro video games, retro movies. So make sure you check his link out. That's down below as well. And the last one I'm mentioning today is the person that the little bit of oil came from. His name is Anthony the Muller Man. He has a great talent that he plays music on his teeth. He's been on America's Got Talent. His channel is awesome. You definitely want to check his channel out. He does a type of a game show on Monday nights. Brings people in, and it's just a load of fun. A lot of Disney content in his channel as well. So if you're big into Disney, definitely check him out. And again, all those links are going to be in the description below. So, check them out. And, if you like what you see, please subscribe to them as well. We are almost done with the celery. Good enough on the celery. And I'm going to remove this lid for now, because I'm going to have to keep putting things in there anyway. So we're going to go ahead and dump our celery in. Then we're going to take the few carrots we have. Starting to clear up in here from the smoke, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and just peel these real quick. Yeah, this is much easier. Wish I had this when I did the beef stew. I'm not even going to bother with that one. That one's really tiny. It's not even that it's tiny, it's by the time I scraped off the peels, there'd be nothing left to it. Alright. Well, we've got 3 more to peel, so this is definitely a lot better. And I'm not taking half the carrot this time. Also, whether you're new to the channel or not, comment down below what you think of my videos. If you have any ideas of something you'd like to see, whether it be a recipe or something else. I have a very diverse channel. I do a lot of different things. So I'm trying to find what people are interested in watching. So if you have an idea, make sure you put it in, comment down below. I do read the comments. Alright, so our carrots are now peeled. That was pretty easy today. So I'm going to go ahead and dump the peels. We'll cut those up real quick. Alright. We don't want that piece. That's the end. I'm going to cut these a little bigger than I did on the beef stew. Technically, I probably should be cutting them even bigger than I am. But we don't have that many carrots, so... I'm just going to go ahead and put what I've cut already inside the crock pot. Just going to throw them in there. Got 2 more to cut. See if I can save time and cut 2 at once. There we go. Move those off to the side for a second. Put these in. Take those, throw them out. Sorry, Costa Mom, but when you're cooking, sometimes you need a snack. These aren't the generic dollar store ones either. These are the official Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies. And I need a snack, so I'm gonna have a Thin Mint cookie as I'm cooking. That first one fell apart. There we go. Alright, so potatoes. Now I'm gonna probably use the rest of this bag because this you definitely want plenty of potatoes. So grab the peeler again. Nope. I don't like the peeler on potatoes. Takes way too long. So I'm going to go back to my normal thing, which is a paring knife. Just so much easier. Yeah, I might lose more of the potato that way, but it's a lot faster and easier for me to use a paring knife on potatoes at least. The peeler worked great on the carrots. Alright, that's one. Like I said, I'm going to use more than we did on the beef stew. And that's because I was running out of room on the beef stew. And with this meal, you kind of need the potatoes, really. But it's not too bad. Whoops. Took a little too much that time. Got 2 done already. I'm also trying to do this quickly because I want to get the crock pot started. Because there was 2 options. Cook it on low for 8 to 10 hours. Or on high 5 to 6 hours. Because I had to take my wife and son to work, I wasn't home to start preparing this early enough. And I wasn't really getting up at 5 in the morning to do it. Although I ended up being up anyway, but I just didn't want to do it at that time. So we're going to be doing it the second way, which is on high for 5 to 6 hours. Now, if there's something I put in here you don't like carrots, don't put them in. Put something else in instead. Put whatever you like in. We're getting there. I'm just going to check the batteries, which we should be good. Okay, yeah, I wanted to make sure that mic batteries were still good. Otherwise, I'd be talking to myself. Well, we got 5 of them done already. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more. And to be honest, I don't know if we're going to use all 6. Like I said, I want enough potatoes in here, but 6 might actually be, not 6 together, but another 6 might be just a little too much. Alright, let's see. I'm going to do 1. I'm going to just, no, I'll do 2 more. Do 2 more and then we're good. Yes, I just threw out those last 3 potatoes. My wife would save them for the next time we use potatoes. Now, if we were going to use potatoes in a day or 2, and I knew that for sure, then I might have saved them. But if I don't know when we're going to use them and there's only like 3 left in the bag, I'll just throw them out and get a new bag when we need them. Alright, last potato we have to peel. Whoops. Alright, last side. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and dump my potato peelings. Then we'll cut those up. Going a lot quicker today than the other day. So we're just gonna cut these up. I'm gonna cut them in half. Then half again. And then half again. I'm not gonna dice them up as fine. So half and half. So you should get about 8 pieces of potato from each potato if you cut them like I am. You could cut them any way you want. I'm just one, trying to save time, and two, just to make it a little hardier. Oops. Actually, this is already looking pretty good. And it's not even cooking yet. But like I said, I am trying to hurry up because I wanted this started by 11 and it is 6 minutes to 11. And after the potatoes, we have three more things to put in here. One of them is really easy to put in, so I'm not worried about that. Actually, two of them are really easy to put in. So we'll do those two last. Alright, so our potatoes are in. Let me see if I can show you this. Get my hand out of the way. There we go. So that's what we're looking like so far. Put you back on the tripod. Let's move you a little bit to, whoops. There we go. Alright, so, maybe. I know I didn't use them all. Oh, I was gonna say, I know I didn't use them all when we made the beef stew. Yes, Paris, my friend, we are gonna put some onions in here. You do not need to put the onions in here, but I am going to. just for some more flavor. I'm only going to put 2 in. And again, there's only 1 left, so I'm not saving it. My wife saves everything. She's like one of those garage people hoarders. So we're going to just cut off the ends. Even these today aren't going to be as much as the problem as we had with the beef stew. Because I'm going to show you why. I'm going to cheat today. Today we're going to cheat a little bit. Can anybody guess how we're going to cheat? Alright. We are not doing too bad. I mean, it won't be on by exactly 11, but we are not doing as bad as I thought we were doing. Alright. So we're going to go get rid of these. And the garbage can just bit me again. Gotta be quick on these automatic garbage cans. Just cut them in half. Cut them in half. We're done with our knife. We're done with that knife. I'm gonna come over here. And if you guessed that we were gonna cheat with the slop chopper, you're right. That's what we are doing. And then we're gonna just dump our onions in here. And we are done, basically done with the cooking mat too now. And we're gonna have another Thin Mint cookie while we're waiting. Now, the thing I was supposed to do with the beef stew that I didn't do, I'm going to grab that knife again actually, because I just got to tear this open, is I'm going to put the peas I was supposed to put in the beef stew into the pot roast. It works for me, or at least some of them. There's a lot in here. I'm gonna just do half a bag. Like I said, I don't want to overfill it. So I'm gonna grab a storage bag if we have any, which apparently we do not. Because they're not fitting in a sandwich bag, so I hate that straw. I'll put a rubber band around them. Alright, the very last ingredient we need, let me move this over some, is I'm going to put, again, some beef broth in it. Now, you shouldn't really need much, because as this meat cooks, it should make its own juice as well. But I'm going to put some in. I don't want to put too much. Well, the thing's almost empty, so So we put 4 cups in. Probably didn't need that. We probably should have done half, but that's okay. We're going to put our cover on. We are already plugged in. So we're going to put power. We're on high. And we're going to say 6 hours. So once again, thank you for watching. Don't go anywhere yet. We're not done. We will be back in 6 hours to show you how it came out. Alright, so this should be done by now. I had to pick my son and wife up from work. Let's check. Yep, we are on warm. So that means it is done cooking. Let's take a look at how it looks. All the peas are on the top, but that's okay. We'll mix it up after we take the meat out. So I'm going to set you guys down and aim you at the slow cooker. And I'm going to try to take the meat out in one piece and hope that it doesn't fall apart on me. Let's get a good angle for you guys. Okay. So I got my tongs and we're going to try and do this. See if I can get just the right angle here. Ah, we got it. We just got to get all these peas off of here. There we go. We'll show you what the pot roast looks like before I try to cut it up. Now that's a nice looking pot roast right there. We'll grab a spoon so we can mix up the vegetables here. Stir it all up nice and hopefully we get a nice mixture. Let you guys take a look at it. Look at these nice vegetables here. Almost looks like beef stew again, which is kind of similar. Okay, now we will try and cut up the pot roast. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit so you can see a little better. I'm looking for my other butcher knife. Might have to call my wife in here and to look for it. I can never usually find the things I'm looking for. Ah, we found it. Now I'm looking for the, I don't know what you call it. It's a type of fork, but that you use for big pieces of meat. So I just call it a meat fork. I'm not sure the exact name. So we're going to try to cut this, which is not cutting very easy this way. I'm not sure if it's this knife or the meat. So I'm gonna grab my other knife that I used earlier. Let me wash it off. I'm gonna go dry it off right now. Oh, I left all those right in your view, didn't I? I'm so sorry, but I'm just cutting the meat, so. Or trying to cut the meat. It's not cutting very well this way. I did wind up trying to cut it the other way after this video was finished, and it actually cut a lot easier, so it was just the direction I was cutting the meat. Unfortunately, this is I had to add in this voice because I forgot to turn the microphones on this part. Technology, there's always something that goes wrong. Alright, so we're going to put this some on a plate. This is for my father-in-law downstairs. We're going to dish him up a plate. So I'm going to steal a little piece. Oh, that's pretty good. It's nice and tender. It came out really good. It's a good thing my wife wasn't home when I was making this because I had to rub the meat. She always makes fun of me when I have to put rub on the meat because I kind of do massage the meat a little bit to try to get some of the spices really into the meat. So she always laughs at me. Now we'll just put a little bit of the gravy on the meat. I know you can't see that what I'm doing there, but hold on, you'll get to see what it looks like. Here we go. We'll show you what it looks like. So there we go. Pot roast with potatoes, peas, carrots, some celery thrown in there, some onion. A nice hearty meal on another cold New England night. Alright, once again, thank you for joining us with Cooking with Triton. Before we leave, I wanted to do a quick demonstration of the auto track of the Osmo Mobile Gimbal 3. So, as you can see, I'm sitting down right now, okay? I'm not holding the camera, it's on a table. The gimbal and the phone is on the table. And I'm going to just stand up, and I'm going to come over this way. And as you can see, it tracks me. Now if I was to come back, it would track me again. So that's just a quick demonstration of the tracking that the camera will follow you. That'll be a separate video. But once again, thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoyed the cooking. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below if you're new. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you know when I do a premiere or go live. Once again, I will be live this Thursday doing virtual rides from Disney World. So you don't want to miss that. And also, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And from AAU Triton, have a good night.